ददातु मेधां देवी सरस्वती मेधां मे अश्विनावुभौ आधत्तां पुष्करस्रजाः आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक् प्राणचक्षुश्रोत्रमधोबलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणमस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु ओम शांति शांति शांति। Hearty fraternal greetings and good wishes to all the brothers and the sisters. We are now conducting the 29th group life for the benefit of the brothers and sisters that do a long journey to come to India from Europe and United States, as also from Argentina. It was in 1988 we commenced the work of teaching during the month of January in Radhamadhavam in Visakhapatnam. The first group life was with 8 persons. The next group life, it was already more than 20 persons. And then the third group life, it went up to 40. Thereafter it grew up to even 100 persons. And we generally are around 30 to 50 persons each time attending to the teaching. And this teaching has been happening during the month of Capricorn. So I welcome you all again to this 29th year of teaching happening in English for the brotherhood in the Western Hemisphere, in which some Indians also do participate. We had been through a very long journey, and by the next year we would be concluding a cycle of 30 years of teaching in this dimension. while the teaching started much earlier, in Radhamadhavam and in Visakhapatnam, in retreat center, which eventually is the World Teacher Trust now. We have had many teachings, and there are regular participants in these teachings. And there is a core group that have been participating in the teachings over all these years. And I distinctly see the benefit that they have received through the teaching. And that is the reason why the students keep coming regularly, which is also an encouraging factor for me to keep teaching. Unless there are no listeners, there are no speakers. Unless there are no students of wisdom, there is no transmission of wisdom. Unless the cows are there, the cows cannot give milk. So the cows continue to be drinking milk, and they seem to be not very satisfied with all that they have drunk. They would like to drink more and more and more. The calves and the cows. Kasala. So, we are here today, and at the request of the members of the group, we have selected the topic of female hierarchy. This female hierarchy is the word used by Master E.K. in spiritual astrology, and he also said in that book that in some future time a book will come about female hierarchy. So, as if what is already there is not enough, as if it is not enough, we would like to know what it is. Because on one side, it is very admirable to keep knowing various dimensions of wisdom. On the other side, it is equally commendable that we translate the wisdom into our daily life and assimilate it and experience it. So the theme for this seminar is given to be the female hierarchy. We have 8 sessions of teaching, and then the 9th session is a concluding session we have. I hope you are already supplied with the program and you are aware of it. So today being an inaugural session, we won't be getting into a great detail to start with. We would only introduce the subject. For your information, those who have stepped in only in the evening, there is the room for Masterike at the corner, southwest corner. You can visit there, you can do your prayers there. And last year, around 9th January, we all gathered here in the evening and had a small get-together with good dinner. At that time, an expression was given that the Master willing, next year we do the group life in this prayer hall. And this prayer hall is realized due to excellent teamwork done by a few persons, and we are here to experience the place. So you may feel free to experience the place. You can also get to Master Ike's room and do some contemplations. You can also go up to the sixth floor, up to which there is lift. On the roof, you can experience the sea where there is the energy of Vaishakha, the Kumara. With this as the introductory remarks, we get into the understanding of female hierarchy. Actually, it is the female who builds the hierarchy. The male is like the existence. It's pure existence. And it is the nature which is called the female that builds a matter of different gradations and different qualities, resulting in different states of awareness. Though we say different states of existence, the appropriate way of saying is different states of awareness. Existence has no difference wherever it is. Existence is just existence. It is what it is at all times. It is the nature that builds different states of awareness through different states of matter that it emits. From the most subtle to the most dense, the nature builds different gradations of matter. Therefore, we have different states of awareness. The awareness is according to the subtlety or density of the matter. It has nothing to do with any kind of difference as is attributed to existence. Existence is at all times. Existence is at all times. That's why God is immutable and He remains in any state as just the same. Be it in the stone, be it in the plant, be it in the animal, be it in the human, be it in the semi-human, semi-divine, be it in the varieties of angels, existence is just the one. The difference arises in terms of awareness. The awareness is different between the stone, the plant, the animal, the man, and then the divine man, and then the planetary angels, solar angels, and cosmic angels, and then the cosmic consciousness. So the differences are made on account of nature. So it is nature that builds the hierarchy. When we think of female hierarchy, we think of nature's network. It is nature's network that we think of, that there are differences in the states of awareness. Just like there is one state of awareness when it is vapor, another state of awareness and quality when it is water, and still another state of awareness and quality when it is an ice block. It's a simple example to understand. It is vapor only as water and as ice block. In different states, substance is the same. The form changes according to the density of matter, which is an aspect of nature. So when we speak of different states of awareness, we speak of the female hierarchy, which is the nature that builds from subtle to the gross, from the invisible to the visible, a universe. It is explained as in 3 states, it is explained to be in 4 states, it is also explained to be in 5 states, in 7 states, and in 9 states, according to the division that we make, the nature, with the help of the pure existence, keeps on modifying the matter in 8 different states. Therefore, we have an 8-fold creation in which the beings are set, the beings are introduced. The beings are units of pure consciousness and existence. So the beings which are essentially pure, they go through 8 modifications. And these 8 modifications, depending upon their subtlety and density, order and disorder, we have different states of awareness. Even though we as humans are one category, even with us, the awareness is different according to different states of arrangement of the qualities of nature in us, as also the related matter. Is it okay? The speed is okay? So therefore, when we speak of female hierarchy, we speak of the networking of the mother nature with the essential substance of existence. Just to give an example, if you take this place where we are conducting our activity, we call this prayer hall. There is a frontal veranda. There is a stage here built, and there is a place for people to sit in an order. Behind there is the place relating to Master's resting place, symbolically. And there is another room over there for consultations. And there is a kitchen and a bathroom. This is how it's all arranged within the space. The space does not alter, it remains the same. It is by virtue of the matter that we build around, the differences happen. This remains a stage, and that remains as the floor for the participants. And then at that corner, the resting place of Master happens. So it is by our own awareness relating to the place, as we relate to it, we have different states of experiencing in different parts of the hall. So experience is on account of the arrangement that is made here. On this stage we have the hierarchy and the cosmic beings, the devas, they are set, and it has a special ambience. Then in the prayer hall, it is yet another ambience. In Master's room, it is still another ambience. And in the kitchen, it would be some other ambience. The ambience is built upon the background of the same space. So what we can experience is the different ambience that you find in different places. It is on account of the work that the nature does. But the space is the same. It exists even without this prayer hall. It exists even without this building. It exists even without this town of Visakhapatnam. It exists even without this planet Earth. The space is space. So within this space, different activities are organized by the Mother Nature, and we have different experiences. So experience is the aspect of the nature which builds different states of matter, and then different states of consciousness, and different states of experiencing. So we as students of wisdom wish to move into the supramental plane and experience something which is not normally visible. That is the very purpose. The study and practice of wisdom should enable us to move beyond the mind and experience the beauty of the creation. Within this gross and visible universe, there is a subtle, invisible universe which is thousands of times more beautiful than the physical thing. Therefore, the purpose of wisdom is not only to remain in the visible part of our being, but to move into the subtle part of the being which is now not visible, but through certain practices it becomes visible. So that is what we call extending our awareness into supermundane plane. It is not shifting from mundane to supermundane. It is extending our awareness, expanding our awareness, unfolding our awareness into certain zones which are not otherwise known to us except through certain practices. That is where the beauty of the kingdom of God is very well experienced. That's where you have the beauty of the color and the sound and its phenomena. And that is where you have a world open which engrosses us into it. Thereby the mundane living becomes not of so much significance as we feel today. As long as we are in this mundane, we feel this is everything and we are stuck in it, we can never overcome it, and we feel it is full of problems which we cannot surmount. All these kinds of feelings are there when we are stuck in the mundane. But if we just lift up our awareness from the mind to that of buddhi, this becomes so small. That's how those who have ascended into buddhic plane, to them the mundane living has become so very minimal. It has become minimal because they are joyful in the other state. A poet, a painter, and the like, an artist. They live in different world and they are always engaged in it. And this becomes, I don't say it becomes redundant, it is still relevant. But this becomes of lesser consequence. That's what we have set at the entry of Radha Madhavam. We have set a board that to understand and align with the divine is the primary purpose of an aspirant or a disciple, and the other business is secondary. But normally the secondary business becomes predominant and the primary business is just we touch and we go, we touch and we go, we touch and we go. And we don't really ascend into it. So the purpose of wisdom teaching is only to give the needed impetus that we relate more to the super mundane or supra-mental plane where the beauty is much more than what we see here. It is said from each plane to the next plane, the splendor is 100 times more. The Upanishad speaks of it. Taittiriya Upanishad speaks. From physical to emotional, it is 100 times. From emotional to mental, it gives you 100 times more experience. From mental to buddhic, still 100 times more. from buddhic to blissful state, still 100 times more. And then to atmic state, yet another 100 times. And when you are aligned with the divine, it is complete bliss. Like that it says, every ananda finds it a multiple states as it progresses more and more towards the certain. So this arrangement of a ladder of the creation is mostly the network of the mother. She networks the whole thing with the help of triangular forces. So the primary hierarchy relating to the mother is the first triangle consisting of creativity, reproductivity and preserving. Creativity, reproductivity and preserving. This is how we have the three logos emerging. The three logos are but an expression of the primordial nature. Primordial nature. That primordial nature is what we call the pure consciousness. This pure consciousness emerges from existence. It periodically emerges. It has a periodicity. The mother that emerges from the pure existence has a periodicity. It alternately emerges and merges. When it emerges, it keeps growing, and then it has a state of fulfillment. Then it keeps retreating. Then it takes to the path of emergence. So like that, it takes birth, it grows to its optimum, and then it comes back, and then it joins. That's how she is said to be having a fivefold activity. Panchakrutya Parayana. Like that, the wisdom says Panchakrutya Parayana. It has basically fivefold activity. What is Panchakrutya? See, we are all set to be born. That's number one. Then we grow. Second step. Then we grow to our optimum beyond which we do not grow. That is third step. Then we retreat. That's the fourth step. And then we once again join the source from which we have emerged. It is true with the individual being. It is also true with the nature. Everything emerges from seeming nothingness, which we call pure existence. So there is an emergence, there is a growth, there is a fulfillment, there is a withdrawal, and there is a emergence. That's how you can see the monthly activity, you can see the yearly activity. It's all cyclical. And in this cycle there are 5 chief nodal points which she conducts. Each time she emerges. And one emergence enables one creation to happen. And then it merges. But it is its nature that in tune with the time, in tune with the law of periodicity, it emerges again. Just like with us every day, the awareness emerges and we feel we are existing. We feel we are existing only when there is already the awakening from within. We do not wake up. It is the awareness that emerges, then we feel we have awakened. We are awakened. That is the truth. We have awakened is not complete truth. We feel so, but we are awakened. And we are put to sleep. As we awaken, we slowly unfold into activity. Then we get to the height of our activity. Then we slowly withdraw our activity. then again we slip into sleep. So this is how in 5 steps with us the awareness works. And in 5 steps the creation also happens. So therefore this activity of awareness is an activity which happens alternatingly according to a time plan. That's why the nature and the time are said to be like the 2 dimensions of the one. Nature and time. In tune with the time, everything emerges, grows, retreats and merges. That's why we have time aspect also along with the aspect of awareness emerging. On one side there is emergence, on the other side there is emergence of time. When we spoke about the 24 elements that emerge from the one existence, I spoke of this dimension. As there is emergence of awareness, there is a emergence of time. Time exists even to us only after we awaken, isn't it? In sleep there is no time for us. So also, in creation, the time and the nature, they emerge and then they form into an activity, and that activity is conducted in tune with the time plan and is concluded in tune with the time plan. So the nature and the time form the first triangle with the pure existence. Pure existence. From out of it there is the emergence of awareness and emergence of time, and the two form a triangle with the absolute and bring forth the activity which we call consciousness. So this is an alternating aspect. All this activity happens upon a background. That background is called pure existence, which is eternal and is considered to be the God beyond. The God beyond enters into the creation through time and nature as consciousness. So pure consciousness is seen as God within existence, while in creation. And the God absolute is beyond time and nature. So this is what we see as the symbol over there. If you see the symbol of perfection, it is fourfold, in the sense that which is in the top is at the bottom vertically. But before that, the one at the top, it details into time and nature. And the interaction between time and nature brings forth that which is beyond into the creation. That which is beyond is brought into creation through the interaction of time and nature. You have many occult meditations in relating to it, which are there in the book. The meditations are given by Master CVV and are handed over to us by Master EK, and the commentaries are given. There you can see how the time and nature, they play with each other. The serpent and the lotus, that's how we say. The serpent and the lotus. It is that which brings the one beyond is brought down into creation as consciousness, which is male, female. Pure consciousness is already male, female. It is existence and awareness. So when we speak of consciousness, it is the point from which the hierarchy of female happens. That's why we relate to that, to the pure consciousness, as the mother. The mother. It's called Gayatri. It is also called Aditi. It is called Savitri. Savitri because even while we slip into sleep, it exists and conducts the activity. It is called Saraswati because it flows. Like that, many niyams are given to that pure universal consciousness, which is an emergence from existence. Which is an emergence from existence. From that state we have the hierarchy happening. The first step today we cover is it forms itself into a trinity. This pure consciousness, which is a product of time, nature and the Absolute, is said to be the fourth one. It is also called the Mahat. The Mahat. So that's why for everything we add Maha, Maha, Maha. Maha is what in English came to be mega. Mega, we say everything mega, mega, isn't it? Maha has become Magha, Magus, magic, and it's all about Aquarius. It's all about Aquarius, where the basis is there. That means the space which is dormant has become a potential space. Thereafter the Trinity happens as the three, the mother herself forms into three channels. This Trinity forms the first step in the evolutionary order for the female hierarchy. What we say as the first logos, the second logos and the third logos, their quality is what we call the female nature. So the pure existence has no quality as such. The quality relating to the first logos is what we call Shakti or Mother Durga, Parvathi. Thousands of names are there. Don't go into names. Go to the content and the understanding. First logos and its power. Then the second logos and its love, wisdom and expansive nature. The third logos, which is procreative, through whom the whole creation flows. So the flowing of the creation happens through the third logos. Just like the flowing of the family, the growth of the family happens through the female of the family, isn't it? The male contributes, but the female is the... That's why Master Jalkul gave you the first logos as the father, the third logos as the mother, the second logos as the son. He has given a presentation. But for our purposes, we have to understand that it is the pure consciousness which details into three channels. These three channels are there in every ancient theology. So the three network the rest of the system. So we speak of the pure consciousness as the zenith, from where there is the descent of the pure consciousness into triple consciousness, as will, knowledge and action. As will, knowledge and action. This quality of knowledge is also called love, because knowledge can bind things together. As much as you have knowledge, so much you bind things together. As much as you don't have the knowledge, you segregate them, divide them, separate them, and suffer the related weakness. So when we say in the Eastern scriptures, they only speak of knowledge, they don't use the other word as love. Love is an inherent part of knowledge. If you are completely in knowledge, you are already in love. You have love for everything. And that love enables you to include and never negate. So the will, the knowledge and the activity are the three first manifestations coming from the pure consciousness. From out of the three, major hierarchy happens, female hierarchy happens, major. through the third logos whom we call the Creator. It is through the Creator the energy flows. That flow is called Saraswati. Because most of you are getting exposed to the terms used in the Eastern philosophy. Saraswati means the flow. It's the flow of consciousness. Lakshmi means the splendor of knowledge, which is expressed as inclusive love and compassion. And then Durga, Parvati or Shakti, as we call, as the quality of the first logos, is the power that enables transformations either way. It can transform that which is seemingly subtle to gross. It can also transform that which is gross to subtle, that power. Power is needed for changing. To change for the better, you need the quality of the first logos, that is will. If we don't have will, we do not change anything within us or around us. When we have the will and use it appropriately, the needed changes happen either in the involutionary process or in the evolutionary process. When the needed change is made and then you have the comfort, then you experience in that state. That experience comes from that experience is the quality of the second logos. We need to understand what is the quality of the first logos, that is called Durga or Lalita. 1,000 names are given to the mother. Then the second logos is about experiencing the joy, the bliss, and the splendor of the creation. That's why she is said to be having as its co-born the principle of Venus. Lakshmi and Sukra, we call it, they are said to be co-born. I'll come to the detail later. The third logos, the quality is let the flow of creation. So major female hierarchy happens through the third logos. Therefore, we for today take this knowledge of the pure consciousness and its expression as a triangle of three major qualities of consciousness as will, knowledge and activity. So thereafter, tomorrow we continue with what happened with the Creator and how the females have created the whole work with the help of the pure substance which descends at every step. Each time you prepare something, it is within that pure existence everything is done. So therefore it always remains and cooperates. As I said, even before this building is built, there was space. Even after we build it, it is very much there. It is there in every room. It doesn't take to any modification, it remains. The changes are all conducted by the Mother, nature, and the varied experiences are provided by the nature. So understanding of female hierarchy would have this basis. And tomorrow I will explain to you the essential aspects, 6 dimensions of nature, and later take you to the step down of nature which forms a hierarchy of principles in the creation which we carry with us, which are existing in the creation, which we can relate to and experience. Hopefully, I would be able to conclude all this in 7 classes. We hope to do so. Thank you so much. So for today, we conclude the opening of the seminar with these few introductory statements. Thank you.